aad iyo aad ayaad u mahadsantihiin inaad aad ka aqbasheen ururka SSUF inaad imaataan magaalada Stockholm si aad uga qayb gashaan barnaamijkan oo ah Somali European Youth Seminar oo looga hadlayo dhalinyarada Soomaaliyeed ee Yurub degan ee European-ka challenge-ga ka haysto society-ga ay degan yihiin oo kulligeen maabi waad la shaqaysaa ama waad dhashay ama waad la dhalatay ama waad la shaqaysaa ama adiga abo. And we have undergasses ayaa nala joogo Dr. Hodan iyo Dr. Abdiwali oo nooga imaaday America. We have also His Excellency waxaa noo jooga Ciise oo ah a member of the Puntland government. Welcome please and thank you very much inaad timaadeen on behalf of SSUF. And we have also dad badan oo kale taan nala joogo oo ayagana meelo dheer ka wada imaaday. Marka everybody thank you very much.
runtii waxa weeye waa farxad qaaliya waa in intaasoo ummada isu yimaadaan oo isugu yimaadaan macnaha dan guud oo dadkooda u dan ah macnaha waxaan la heli karin waa marka aad baad u mahadsantihiin intaa ka bacdi staffka SSUF oo gudoomiyaha ka mid yahay iyo gudoomiye ku-xigeenka iyaguna way mahadsan yihiin iyo dadkii shaqadan macnaha ka soo shaqeeyay intaa markaan ka gudbo ma rabo inaan waqti dheer ka hadlo hadda waa la daalan yahay laakiin muhiimaddu waxay tahay waxaanu isugu nimi meeshaan oo qorshuhu ahaa waxay ahayd inaynu maantay dalkeena iyo dadkeena burburay waxba kama qaban karno bal at least ilmaheena inta jooga iyo kuwa dhalan doona oo qurbaha jooga iyo dhalintan hadda maskaxdooda caafimaadka qabto inaynu bal ma u abuuri karnaa wax yar ma u abuuri karnaa oo berri ka maalin ay ku sii hirtaan macnaha ma abuuri karnaa bay ahayd arrintan runtii taasay ahayd sidii hadda walaalaha sheegeen badankood
all the things that deals with subconscious mind. If you tell yourself negative things, I can't achieve. I'm a refugee. I am underperformer. I'm subservient. You're going to become one. So you have to have that goal, but not only goal, you have to have the ability to achieve that goal. You have to work very hard. I'm telling you, you need to work more than 8 hours. 16 hours is okay. If I give you my personal story, I went to school full time, and I had 2 kids at the time. One of my third child was born right almost in the middle of my PhD prelims. And I was working full time with 2 kids and going to full time school. Sky was the limit to me. I only saw one little thing over there. That thing was to achieve my degree, at the same time to be a Somali, to have my children so I don't have kids when I'm 50 years old. So it can all be done. I remember a few nights maybe I had 3 hours of sleep. Now when I think back, I say, how did I do this? But I'm happy I did it, and I encourage people to do it. It can be done. So it's actually in economics we call it, it's a short-term pain, but the long-term gain.
What I would like to concentrate more today is what are the ways that we can face that challenge and how we mitigate that challenge. And within that context, I want to talk about what we call the virtue of education. Because we know we have a problem. Somali youth, wherever they are, there are a lot of success stories, but also there are a lot of other problems that we face, whether it is dropout in high schools. Our sister from Toronto told us yesterday that 40% of Somali youth in Toronto are dropouts. So we know the problems are there, and we see it every day. But what I'm going to talk about is what are the ways that we can mitigate that problem, and I'm going to talk about, in that context, I'm going to talk about the virtue of education. By the way, it's very a tough act to follow Hodan, and I hope I do half of what she did today. The first, I'm going to talk about education, how education, the benefit of education to the individual, okay? And I'm then going to talk about the benefit of education to the, for example, the community that you live in. And then I'm going to talk about how that will translate the benefit of education to the society as a whole, to the country, and to the world in general. Okay, let's start with the benefit of education to the individual. Okay, we say that the education help shape a more intelligent citizen. 2, education makes you rich. Okay, in so many ways. And we know that, I'm going to talk about some statistics later on, but usually people with higher education earn more income. Okay? And when you have more income, it helps the family. Okay? It makes your life much better. social cohesion in society. So the social cohesion. Now we talk about Somalida. We also Somalida, those of us who want to have higher degrees, we have our own problems. Okay? Sometimes there are a lot of Somalis who are what we call intellectual warlords. Okay? We don't fight with guns, but we will fight with a pen. Okay? But in terms of social cohesion, it makes also the society better.
Okay, British people. I'll go
And this is the first thesis, and that is the Somali people have now confronted, even if they don't know it, confront what I call the first major catastrophic mistake. If not mistake, it's really a failure, major catastrophic failure. And very few other people in the 20th century have gone that far. Yeah? And it's not about civil war. Civil wars are a manifestation of that failure. And that is in my language, the death of peoplehood. Yeah, you hear a lot of people, Somalis, walking around, I'm a Somali, I'm a Tamatari Somali, so and so is Somali. Yes. But that sense of people who really is destroyed. Wax Somali la yidhaahaa oo nool oo dad ah oo isku xidhan ma jiraan. This is my argument. Cid halkaa gaadhay, people who have gone that far, I don't know, in the 20th century, except societies that have disappeared. Gone, no more. They left artifacts, but they are no more. Living societies, I don't know of any society that has gone this far. Yes, there are plenty of societies that have gone through civil wars. There are civil wars going on right now in a variety of places, but none have gone this far in the destruction of their sense of peoplehood. Second thesis. It's like an archaeology, yeah? So you pick up the layers. Second thesis. The most important macro institution of any society, yeah, is the state. Whatever place you want to pick up, in terms of public life, the most macro, the largest of the institutions is the state. Not government. Government is an administration that goes and comes. For the Somali people, there's no state. You know this story. The single biggest macro institution for a society is no more.
SSUF ayaan malaynayaa wuu igu dheeryahay magacu waa markii labaad oo aan ka soo qayb galo shirarkan lagu qabto oo isla ururkan uu qabanayo 2005kii ayaan marimi anigoo markaa research ku samaynayo dadka Soomaalida qurba jooga ah meelihii aan imi ayayna ka mid ahayd runaantii aad baan sidii markii aan hore waan u imi haatan ugu faraxsanahay waxaan idin rajeynayaa wixii ka soo ay faa'iido idin ku jiri doonto way cid kale oo faa'iido ay ugu jiri doonta ma jirto haddii aad wax ka soo saartaan oo fahamtaan noloshaan meeshan aad ku nooshiin iyada ruuxda waxay idin sahlaysaa inaad noloshiini wadankiina.
Short presentation also in English. SSUF, Swedish Somali Youth Association, started 2004. The association has now 3,400 members, and 70% of these are youth. Head office is located in...
When we talk about Somali women, when I look at it, I can't find a universal way of describing Somali women. We have to talk about traditional Somali women, we have to talk about the contemporary Somali women, we have to talk about generations who came here who have two different cultures. One is the one that they come with, or maybe they were born here and the culture they are now. How can they integrate to the society they're part of? They are citizens of this country, maybe Sweden or England or US, but also they have their own system of values and norms and religion. So how can we reconcile these different, we don't want to have clashes of cultures, but we want to have a way where a typical young Somali lady will be part and the parcel. They have to be contributing members of the society they are in. They cannot be mere recipient of welfare. They will actually end up getting marginalized, and you will end up having many criminals on your streets. So it's about the time that both Somalis and the Swedish government to work together to help these Somalis, empower the youth. They are capable, they are smart people. The opportunity has to be there for them to do better than actually getting little money just for them to survive. Thank you so much.
And in that movement from A to B is the challenge of transition, which all individuals and communities confront if they are moving from one way of life to another. That's to say, from Somalia in East Africa to, in this case, Sweden.